We are here today at Covenhoven in Crown Heights for a blind taste test of 10 locally made IPAs. I had found myself thinking for a while about how many really wonderful IPAs were being made in the greater New York area. We assembled a panel of judges who will be tasting each of the 10 beers and judging them with no outside influence whatsoever. They will be basing their decisions and their judgments on only what's in front of them in the glass. So the appearance and the aroma and the taste of the beer itself.
I like how it's like a drier finish and it's got more of it's got a lingering, like a slightly bitter finish as well, but it's not something that's going to make me want to stop after a little bit. So I'm pretty fond of this.
Kind of herbally dish.
Yeah, not a lot of carbonation on this.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it's
I thought it was flat.
Yeah, it tastes very low carbonation. Earthy.
Yeah, pretty classic English flavors. Or the East Coast IPA of old.
Right.
I mean, this is a flavor that was popular like 20 years ago, it feels like. Not something that really modern IPA drinkers aren't really seeking this flavor profile out by as much.
Right.
I wasn't expecting to be tasting as many IPAs in this short amount of time, but I feel like it's a necessary one. A lot of people tend to see a brand or see a brewery and kind of form an opinion before they even taste the beer.
So I want each of you to guess what your number one was. Nico, what do you think your number one ranked beer was?
I think my number one choice was Peak Skills Eastern Standard.
And what letter was that?
J.
You were correct.
Congratulations, Nico!
Unfortunately, I had the letter J number one too, and I also guessed Peak Skill Eastern Standard.
Yay! 2 points for Peak Skill. And a third because I also had J and I thought it was Peak Skill Eastern.
Yay, there it is!
And a fourth because I also thought it was Peak Skill Eastern
Yay!
Standard. And I said J too!
Alright, Peak Skill.
I was the only person who was different.
Oh my god! We have against Peak Skill!
Letter C was my number one, which turned out to be Other Half.
Oh, that was my number two.
That's my number two.
That's number
Yeah.
two.
It bodes well that the breweries we picked on the top of the list are still the very small breweries that are churning out kegs on a weekly basis.
All right, I'm gonna read the results now. Okay, so the winner with 49 points and 4 first place votes was Peak Skill Eastern Standard.
Alright.
Yay, Peak Skill.
Yeah.
So then with 45 points in second place was letter C, Other Half Hop Showers.
Nice.
In third place with 39 points, wow, a surprise, was Port Jeff Party Boat.
She has my top three.
What letter was that,
Yeah,
G?
it's my
That was letter G.
Yeah.
It's my top 3 in order.
Me too.
Overall, I would say some of the beers I thought would do better in my taste buds didn't really do as well, and so, I mean, that's the best thing. It's like, don't judge names, don't judge that, only judge the beer itself.
Following that with 33 points was letter A, Single Cut Half Stack.
That's my number 4. In terms of branding and how that came through, I'm a big fan of Barrier, and I talked about it while we were tasting, how much I loved their portfolio. I think they're doing really innovative things, and I didn't rank their IPA as high as I thought it would. And also another thing that was surprising was Port Jeff, which I'm not a huge Port Jeff fan. I haven't tasted anything from them that was really amazing to me. I always felt like it was just kind of like run-of-the-mill, not really exciting to me. But I ranked them really high, and they did really well, and I thought their party boat was awesome.
And then letter D with 31 points was Great South Bay Field 5.
Yeah, I'd never had that one before.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither, but I had that as 5 as well.
You know, one of the things that's really important to me is that we give beer the respect it deserves, because it's a It's a really complex drink that's enjoyed by people all over the country and all over the world, of course, but it can be enjoyed on a different and deeper level. And I think the group of people who we assembled here today do a really good job explaining to people and introducing them to that world and introducing people to a different way of understanding beer. The other thing that's important for me to note here today is just that, you know, it almost feels weird ranking these beers from 1 to 10, because the truth is I would never turn down even the beer that came in last. I would happily drink it every day of my life and never drink another one. Anybody
So I
else?
guess you can say we uncovered the bitter truth.
Oh man, how long have you been sitting on that one?
I have no idea. Probably the better part of 2 hours.
So Peekskill. Everybody should move
Peekskill.
out of
Peekskill.
Brooklyn
All
and
hail
move
the
slightly.